Hi guys, you're watching Mia's new pair of glasses, and I highly encourage you to spend the next 20 minutes giving this video your full attention, to let these words and these images really sit with you and sink in so that you can understand the importance and the gravity of what is going on worldwide right now and what that means to you. The EMCO, or the electromagnetic plasma changeover event, is not another theory. It is not a wild or ridiculous conclusion. It is backed up by real science and various ancient historical texts. It is real, and we are watching its preliminary events unfold before our eyes today. It is coming, and the worst has not even begun. The signs are everywhere, if you know what to look for and have the time to spend hours each day searching for them. That's what I do every single day to show my website members. Those who don't know will dismiss these signs as strange weather. Let's take a look at a small sample of them now, as the list is too long to put in any single video. So we're going to take a look in the background here at some of the less publicized flooding that people don't know about, because one of the strategies of the media and truther channels is just to choose a few events here and there and then flood everything with it so that you and your time is absorbed with just a few stories while you're missing everything else that's going on around the world, so that you fail to see the big picture and how events are progressing and picking up. So if you are waiting for the media or some type of YouTube channel to tell you when things are getting bad and it's going to be time to go, you are going to be extremely out of luck, because that is not their purpose. Their purpose is to keep you distracted from the big picture and for you not to know what's really going on. Why is it so important, and why do I keep telling you to go to Brian Austin Lambert 33 channel to watch his combined series 1 through 23? Well, if you don't understand how a body really works, you will misdiagnose every problem you encounter. The same goes for the way the world works. If you do not have a base understanding of the what, where, why, and how the world really works, you will not understand what is coming, you will not recognize the signs, and you will not know how to survive it. What does rain, flooding, hail, lightning, cyclones, climate and temperature, electrical transformer issues, strange sky phenomenon all have in common? And what does it have to do with the catastrophe? Everything. I want you to ask yourself, how do you spend your time and your energy when you are watching YouTube channels and when you are searching for the truth? Because if you're watching people that are just showing you strange phenomenon, they're showing you that it's happening, and they're giving you either wrong conclusions and theories, or they're not giving you any, what good does that do you? I would assume that you would be searching because you want to know how that affects you and your life. So if you're not getting those answers, if you don't understand how this all is going to affect you, you might as well be playing golf. And if you really want the answers, if you want to know what is really going on and what this all means, in most areas of your life, you would go to the experts. And as far as the EMCO goes, we are the experts, and we are the ones with the answer. When you know, and we know. So again, there was such a long list of places that have flooded just in the last 2 months. I was going to make a list of locations in 2 months, that I could not do it and fit it in this video. So I am showing you just a few examples, but this is widespread. This is happening all over the world, and the amount of precipitation that is coming down is unprecedented. And this is not going to stop. This is going to continue until we reach the actual EMCO. So let's take a few examples recently of the amount of rainfall that's fallen. Extremely heavy rains hit Yonaguni, Okinawa, Japan, 14.4 inches in 6 hours. That was on May 13th. Almost an entire monthly average of rainfall fell on Paris from Friday to Saturday, May 10th into May 11th. Southern Texas has seen nearly 600% more rainfall than it typically does in early May. Average May rainfall total could hit the Bay Area in a single day this week. That's the storm that's coming up now. Okay, let's talk about the hail. We're going to see a lot more, and it's going to get much bigger. Anybody who knows ancient historical text that talks about this, it clearly states that hail is a part of the preliminary signs of the EMCO. So for those of you that don't know, we're looking at Kuwait right now. The hail in Kuwait is a desert, and it does not normally get hail, certainly not in that amount. So we're seeing rain, excessive snowfall, any type of precipitation drastically increase since the beginning of this year, and that includes hail. So we're looking at a village in China that was hit by hail the size of an egg, and this is the damage that hail can do, and that's a very small size compared to what we're going to see.
Allah, yes. Allah, yes. Allah, yes. Allah, yes. Allah, yes. Allah, yes.
Countries like Iran and Saudi Arabia, Kuwait are getting extremely unusual and large amounts of hail. So what happens when extreme amounts of hail fall to the ground? It melts, and it's turning cities into flash flood disaster areas. So while we're watching more of these video clips, I'm going to tell you some of the places that have had major flooding since the beginning of the year. Parts of Oregon, California, Arizona, the entire Midwest, places like Davenport, Iowa have been flooded. Multiple places in Texas have had severe flooding. Arkansas, Mississippi, New Orleans was recently flooded. Even parts on the East Coast, up in Vermont and New Hampshire, eastern Canada, parts of Greece. We're looking at Russia right now. Iran has been devastated by floods. Parts of Iraq, Pakistan, India, Africa, South Africa, Croatia, Romania, New Zealand, Australia. Italy is absolutely getting hammered right now. Rio de Janeiro, Guatemala, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, and again, the list goes on and on. But if you aren't doing this research yourself, and it takes a lot of time to find all these things and put it together, you are not going to see how bad it really is, because nowhere is showing you that. That's the last thing they want you to see, because they can't have society crumble before the controllers get to where they need to go. You cannot possibly prepare for something if you do not understand what exactly you are preparing for and what obstacles you are going to face. And it is not going to be easy. There is a lot that goes into it. So if you have been somebody that's been following us, And if you recognize the signs and you see that it's occurring, why would you not go to the people that have the answers and can help you? So now we're going to look at lightning. Or is it really lightning? Or is it something else? Take a look. This is not the typical lightning that we grew up with. This is a lot like plasma. On May 8th, nearly 29,000 lightning flashes were detected in a 12-hour period. On May 10th, nearly 70,000 lightning flashes were detected in a 48-hour period over Russia. On May 12th, 120,000 lightning flashes in a 24-hour period over Europe. On May 13th, 77,000 lightning strikes were detected in 48 hours over the South Mediterranean and South Italy. And with all that electricity, it's going to need to find a place to connect, and that's what it's doing.
This is my house, and oh my God!
They are calling it a rare positive lightning strike, so no need to be concerned. That's right, we call it arcing, and this is only the beginning. Regular lightning never strikes the same place twice, but this is anything but lightning, and we see that play out now and increase on a daily basis. Like we saw in Houston, on May 9th, lightning struck multiple places again and again. It was actually briefly covered on the news, but they laughed it off and pretended like there's nothing to worry about. Now let's talk about the lights in the sky, the plasma lights, and the progression that is occurring. So if you've been following my work, then you will know that since December, at least December of 2018, we've seen these pixie lights in the sky, and we've seen colored blue, purple, pink, yellow spots in the sky. These have been captured all over the world, but now we are seeing them change. Now we are seeing more colors changing in the same spot and same location. Now we are seeing them in combination together, and we are seeing the intensity progress. So we see the light be a lot brighter and the speed and the movement of the lights a lot faster. We're also seeing things that have never been witnessed before, like this 360-degree rainbow in Bahia, Brazil. On my website, we discuss all these phenomenon and more, including the historical representation and the meaning behind sun halos and the changes in behavior that have happened since they were first captured. Don't wait until it's too late to decide you want to learn and prepare for the coming EMCO. Right now, Brian is doing an amazing series on survival and packing to tell you exactly what you need to do to make sure that you and your loved ones are able to endure and survive the coming catastrophe. You can't walk into an advanced classroom at the end of the semester and expect to pass the final. There is a lot that goes into this, a lot of factors, and a lot to know about. This is not going to be a quick process. This is going to be long and tough on everybody.
There is a storm coming! Like nothing you have ever seen! And not a one of you is prepared for it!
But you can be by going to miasnewpairofglasses.com and BrianAustinLambert33.com.